A few months ago, I was standing in the kitchen of one of my closest friends and I cried. I'd given the dating apps another go and it hadn't gone well. A bio that my friends collectively agreed was a nice profile didn't get me many matches, and the few ones I did get didn't really show any interest. They didn't ask any questions, they didn't try to keep a conversation going, conversation that I'd always had to initiate to start with, and so it just ebbed out the second I wasn't continuously asking questions. I removed the apps because ultimately it became so painfully obvious that no one's interested in me. Not the person I am, not even the way I look. And it's easier without them. I don't get attention in my real life, nor have I ever. No one's ever approached me, no one's ever complimented me, no one's ever expressed an interest in me in any way. But at least in real life, without an app, it isn't so painfully obvious. With an app, you get it right there, staring back into your face. No one is interested. In real life, it's easier to close my eyes and pretend I don't know it. And so there I was, standing in my friend's kitchen, crying because that feeling, that fear, had crept up and taken over. I will never be loved. No one will ever love me. As a friend, yes, but as a partner? With that fear comes all the things I can't explain, sometimes can't even bring myself to tell the people closest to me that no one's ever wanted me, how much that fucks with my head. Most of my friends confess having, at some point, felt similarly in the past few years or months. And I don't want to take that feeling away from them, but they've all been loved romantically at some point. They've all had someone love them and want to be with them, someone wanting a relationship with them. And even in their singlehood, they still receive attention. Maybe not every single hour of every single day, but they do receive attention. They have proof that they're desirable, and they have proof that they're possible to love. I don't have that. And not having any proof that I'm someone you could want or someone you could love fucks with my head more than I think I can understand. I don't think I understand the width of how that affects my life and my feelings in general, but also regarding myself. This fear that I might never be loved also comes with the additional grief that I might never experience all those things that I want and that I hope for and that I dream of. The intimacy of feeling safe and loved, of waking up next to someone in the morning, someone to cuddle with on the couch at the end of a long, hard day, making a cup of tea for someone, or someone that makes a cup of tea for me, someone to hug and someone to miss. I love my friends. I have friendships that are so important to me. I love them with all my heart. I feel safe. Most of the time I feel understood and I feel seen. I think they're more important than any man will ever be. Apart from now talking about this feeling and it being very vulnerable and open, it feels hard to talk about because I feel there's been some sort of thought that you're only supposed to need your friends because they're the most important thing and anything else is a sin against the girls. Saying I want romantic love as well, that I yearn for it, feels like a betrayal against the girls. It feels like I'm turning my back on them, not being a girl's girl, maybe even being a bad feminist. But several things can be true and coexist all at once. I can be grateful and thankful for my friends. I can be happy that they are in my life. I can love them with all my heart. At the same time, I can have that feeling of missing something that they will never be able to fill. They can't give me all the things that a romantic relationship can. Just like I'm not sure a romantic relationship can give me all the things my friends can give me. Maybe my friendships are the most important to me, but that doesn't mean that I don't want romantic love as well. Most of the time in my everyday life, I don't think of this fear that I carry within me. Most of the time I bury it under everything else and just get on with it. But sometimes it sneaks up. Most of the time I can shake it off, but sometimes it holds on, it clings to me. That afternoon I stood crying, held by that fear that I might never be loved. It's never left. The fear is still there. It overwhelms me. It makes me unable to breathe at times. I fear that I might never be loved.